the New Orleans Saints with a fantastic defensive performance, running out to his left, looking downfield. He's going to tuck it and run at the 10, the 5, touchdown!
And New Orleans remains undefeated in the NFC South.
All right, we spent the commercial break talking about Don Flamenco and Sal Masakela. We love all the variety here, and we love Taysom Hill. Did you know he's never thrown a touchdown pass in the NFL? That thing's getting batted around a lot. Let's end it right now. Traquan, if you please, touchdown. Last Taysom Hill touchdown pass was at BYU years ago.
I would love to know who caught it. Austin Collie?
Oh, Peter, I said it in the first hour.
Yeah.
I would love if you would actually listen when I was talking, Peter. The guy who caught it was Mitchell Juergens. That day,
he's a 42-year-old sophomore.
That's right. Yeah, he had a full beard and everything and a whole large family.
Sean Bradley's buddy.
That's right. 21-9. The Saints are up. He's going to do it again. Wait, hold on. Taysom almost blew this game. I got to tell you, this was a bad fumble here. And so the Falcons are staying in it. Say what you want about the Falcons. They don't quit, and they keep battling. Here we go, 21-9. We're going to go to Gage. Not Justin Gage. That's a different Gage. Peter, what's that guy's name, Gage?
Russell Gage?
Russell Gage. I used stats for a minute ago. Yeah, Russell Gage. Touchdown.
You're the
Todd
Justin
Gurley.
Gage Bears?
3rd and 2,
Gage
yes.
Bears.
We do it for roll-out, the BYU stuff. 21-16, so they stop. 4th down. Now,
Understand that play,
Justin Gage
Kyle.
showed up to my sister's bachelorette party.
21-16, 4th and 9. Julio, we need you to Hulk out for us. Hulk out, Julio. He couldn't. He tried. Julio tried to go full Julio with this, but he could not. But watch this. Taysom at the end. Just run the clock out. Another, really bad fumble. If that stays in bounds, I think the Falcons win that game.
Yeah.
Get up and scoring. Taysom, bro, we love you. You're P90X Drew Brees, but that's fine. 21-16. One more time, Matt Ryan. Throw it up. Hail Marys are so hot right now.
So hot.
Are you going to get it? No! Almost. Almost. But the Saints do what the Saints do, which is just win with whoever their quarterback is. Sean Payton, again, victorious. Are they going to lose another game the rest of the season? They might not. 21-16.
Chiefs, week 15.
Does Taysom Hill care
Miles Juergens?
about statistics? Mitchell Juergens. Peter. Mitchell Juergens. Shout out to you. Take it away, Taysom. Peter's not listening today.
I don't care as much as, people might think about statistics and, all this stuff. I care about winning football games. I know there have been a lot of conversations about and getting your first touchdown completion. But as long as we're winning football games, I'm happy.
He's not in on that.
From Juergens in college to the NFC playoff picture, here we go. The Saints still sitting in that #1 seed, clinching a playoff spot. And the berth of Sunday's win. Potential playoff matchups. You guys seem to like this full screen a lot. New Orleans would have the only bye if the postseason were to start right now. The Saints have won 9 straight, you guys, improving to 8-0 since the beginning of 2019 without Drew Brees. Sweeping any divisional opponent is tough. They didn't do it last year. And then it did it without Drew Brees here. What do we make of Taysom and the Saints win over the Falcons?
Great win. No apologies for a win. Of course, there were some moments that were hairy at the end, but I look at what's coming in the next few weeks. You mentioned they got the Chiefs in week 15, and that's a regular season game. But as we said in April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and November, we knew the Saints were going to be players this season, but the question is, what does that mean in January? And I'm wondering if last year's experience with Teddy Bridgewater and then going to Brees and then losing it, how do we correct whatever went wrong last year? Because it's similar to last season. Brees goes down midway through and someone else is going to take over the reins and maybe be as good or maybe not be as good, maybe be better, whatever you want to say. They win games. And Sean Payton has this way with these players to get them to never have that trap game, that game where, wait, what happened? The Saints lost 35-0 to...
Right.
How do you get because guess what? Brees, he might come back this week. He might come back the week after. Or does Sean say, gosh, we're rolling? I don't know. Brees had 11 cracked ribs, 11 bruised ribs. Do we rush him back?
Take your time.
I'm fascinated to see. I'm really impressed with Sean Payton, how he gets this team to play every week. They could have lost to, the Falcons 2 weeks ago. They weren't going to lose to Kendall Hinton. But this past weekend, this was like trap game all over it in Atlanta, and they find a way to win. They don't have those dumb losses, which is something to say.
I don't know when Drew Brees is going to get back. 11 cracked ribs? Couldn't you have just one rib? I love people who blindly criticize Taysom Hill. When they didn't watch him play. And they saw that he rushed for a couple of TDs, and they're like, oh, he's more of an athlete. He can't really pass the ball. But I've been watching the Saints games, and I was watching him intently because I was curious how he passed the ball. Even though this was his first time throwing a pass TD, he throws the ball very well. He can step up in the pocket because he's not concerned about getting hit. He's a lot different than a lot of quarterbacks that won't take a couple steps forward. One, he's learned from Drew Brees, which is, he does it better than anybody. But two, he's a physical guy. So if I have to eat a shot just to throw one deep, I'm going to do that. Kyle, you mentioned in the highlights, though, he does have a problem with sometimes handling the snap and then running with the ball. He needs to turn the switch off. When he's playing quarterback, when you're leaving the pocket, you're no longer Taysom Hill, the most athletic quarterback in the game. You're no longer Taysom Hill, the running back. You're not Taysom Hill, the wide receiver or fullback. You're not Taysom Hill, the multi-athlete. You're Taysom Hill, the quarterback. So protect the ball by any cost. Stop leading with your shoulder. Stop running to run guys over. Slide feet first and become a full-time quarterback. He can run with it. We know that. He can throw with it. But what you're going to do, if he is indeed the starter moving forward, you don't want to lose a game because one of those balls that are fumbled on the ground picked up and goes the other way. Kyle, if that ball would have stayed in bounds, the game is over. And the Saints would have lost that. Off of the hills trying to be too tough and run people over. So they did a good job. But just like I've said, and this isn't me criticizing the Saints. Please, Saints fans, don't hop all over me. They're good in the regular season. Scratch that. They're great in the regular season. What are you guys going to do in the postseason? Are you Super Bowl worthy? Yes. So Drew Brees have 2 rings? Yes. Yes, yes, yes to all of it. Are you guys going to fall apart in the time that matters the most?
They need to add Mitchell Juergens.
You're right.
What's his name again, Peter?
Miles Jacobs.
Mitchell Juergens, all right? So you're used to running out of Juergens. You think I would offer some more? You would have some. About the players, they cut them. I have no critique at all for the Saints. In fact, they reached this part of numbness for me, like great numbness, where they're talking about this crazy winning streak that they're on. Their quarterback's out, who cares? They just keep winning, and it's like, yeah, it's just the Saints. And I just give that to them as a compliment, and to Sean Payton as a compliment, that even when they do incredible things, we just come to expect it. And I'm tired of saying it's only about January. I'm tired of saying they have to win a Super Bowl. I just want to take a hot second and tell you how awesome it is that they keep winning like this. With Breeze out, Bridgewater leaves, Taysom Hill's a wild project. We're throwing the stat around. He hasn't thrown a touchdown since BYU. You're not supposed to be that way in the NFL and still win. Yeah. It's an awesome, awesome thing that they're doing. They got to win some games in January, though. We're going to have those Mondays. We're going to come in a Monday in January or February, and it's going to be like, they won! Or it's like, damn, it happened again. It's that Monday morning 7A we're going to have once they hit the playoffs. It's going to be everything from them, but God, they are so impressive.
When you saw Taysom and you outlined some of the mistakes he made, does it make you want to see Jameis?
Oh, yeah. I want to see Jameis bad.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Sean Payton doesn't. But it's like, what would he be bringing now? Because now Taysom fumbles, Jameis fumbles. Like, I don't know what he offers that Taysom can't do, especially Taysom starting to throw it. So Payton's out on him. We haven't seen him even for a play. It sucks.
Sean Payton definitely should be in the consideration for Coach of the Year. How about the defense, though? Quick shout out to them. They continue to be so impressive, even with mistakes being made on offense. For some reason, I feel like especially when Drew's not on the field, they really come together and galvanize, probably because of Coach Payton. 5th straight game, they've allowed fewer than 20 points. That is the longest streak of any team this season. Saints, we see you.
Cam Jordan has sacked Matt Ryan.
I mean,
more
he
than
loves
any
him.
player has sacked any other player in the NFL.
He told us on our show that he loves Matt Ryan because he makes him look so good.